Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel Echo of Life. Let's start. Let me ask you something that sounds simple but carries a lot of weight. When was the last time your birthday actually felt like something? Not just a quick reply to messages or a polite thank you, but a real emotional moment, the kind you remember from childhood. Back when the day felt special simply because it was yours. Balloons, cake, attention, anticipation. For one day, the world paused and looked at you. Now think about birthdays as an adult. The date arrives quietly. You wake up, glance at a few notifications, maybe receive a call from someone close, and then the day continues as usual. You might even tell people you don't celebrate anymore, that it doesn't matter, that it's just another day. But is it really? Because often, beneath that calm response, there's a deeper reason. People who treat their birthday like any other day aren't emotionless or detached. In fact, they're often deeply introspective. Many of them learned, over time, to lower their expectations, not because they stopped caring, but because disappointment taught them caution. From a psychological perspective, birthdays act like emotional mirrors. They reflect how we view ourselves, how comfortable we are with attention, and how safe it feels to be seen. When someone says, "I don't care about my birthday," it can sometimes mean, "I don't rely on validation anymore." But other times it means, "I stopped expecting it." There's an important difference between emotional maturity and emotional withdrawal, and birthdays often reveal which one we've leaned into. Some people genuinely outgrow the excitement, not out of sadness, but out of contentment. They discover joy in ordinary moments rather than special dates. For them, life itself becomes the celebration. But for others, birthdays carry emotional complexity. They bring subtle discomfort not because of age, but because of memory. Past experiences of being overlooked, forgotten, or let down can shape how the mind responds. Instead of hoping someone remembers, it feels safer to pretend it doesn't matter. Indifference becomes a shield. This is where the psychology becomes interesting. When disappointment repeats itself, the brain adapts. It lowers emotional expectations as a form of self-protection. You stop hoping loudly. You stop anticipating. And while it may sound sad, it's actually a survival strategy. The mind chooses emotional stability over emotional risk. But over time, this protection can also dull joy. You start moving through your own life like an observer, present, polite, composed, but distant. Many people claim they don't care about their birthday, yet quietly notice who didn't reach out. Even when we say it doesn't matter, the mind still checks. Caring is human, even suppressed caring still exists. Psychologists sometimes describe this as avoidant validation. It's the habit of convincing yourself you don't need recognition because somewhere along the way, needing it felt unsafe. So when someone treats their birthday like a normal day, it doesn't mean they're cold. Sometimes it means they made peace with disappointment. They traded excitement for control. But control comes with a cost. Because beneath that calm surface lies a universal truth. Everyone wants to feel seen. Not celebrated with grand gestures, but acknowledged genuinely. Birthdays symbolize existence itself. One day a year that belongs to you simply because you are here. And for many adults, that reminder brings mixed emotions. Gratitude and loneliness, nostalgia and detachment. Birthdays remind us of time, how much has passed, how much has changed, and what hasn't. For some, keeping the day small is a way to keep time from feeling heavy. If you don't make it important, it doesn't feel like another year slipping away. There's also a cultural shift. As children, birthdays represent belonging. As adults, attention can feel uncomfortable. Many people want to be noticed but fear appearing needy. That internal conflict shapes how they treat their own milestones. Especially for those who grew up being the strong one, the responsible one, the giver, joy often comes last. Over time, celebrating yourself feels unfamiliar, even awkward. Not because it isn't deserved, but because emotional fatigue has set in. The truth is, discomfort with being celebrated often isn't humility. It's exhaustion. At a deeper level, birthdays are moments of reflection. Psychologists refer to this as temporal self-awareness, the tendency to look back, measure growth, and compare who you were with who you hope to be. Sometimes that comparison feels heavy, and rather than face it openly, people downplay the day. But that's not apathy. It's introspection. So if your birthday ever feels strange or emotionally quiet, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you're aware. You understand that celebration isn't just about cake or messages. It's about meaning. As we grow older, birthdays shift from being about the world recognizing us to us recognizing ourselves. Less about attention, more about presence. Less about who shows up, more about whether we're showing up for our own lives. Some people redefine celebration entirely. It becomes a walk alone, a favorite meal, a day of reflection, quiet joy instead of loud excitement. And quiet doesn't mean empty. Still, there's a contradiction many people carry. Even the most self-sufficient individuals hope, quietly, that someone remembers without being reminded, that someone sees them without them asking. That's not weakness. That's humanity. No matter how independent we become, we don't outgrow the need for connection. We just learn how to hide it better. Birthdays reveal that tension between autonomy and closeness, between strength and softness. Some people want fireworks. Others want peace. Some want attention. Others want understanding. Neither is wrong. So if your birthday passes like any other day, maybe that's not something to fix. Maybe it's something to acknowledge. It might simply mean your life already carries meaning beyond a single date. And yet, it's okay to miss the magic you once felt. Longing for that doesn't mean you've regressed. It means you remember. That child who once counted down the hours is still there, waiting not for a party, but for recognition. Sometimes the most powerful celebration is a quiet moment of awareness. A pause where you acknowledge your survival, your growth, your persistence. So if someone reaches out, let them. Let yourself be seen, even briefly, because meaning doesn't always arrive with noise. Sometimes it arrives as a reminder that you're here, that you matter, and that even an ordinary day can still hold significance simply because it belongs to you. Thank you for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more updates.